Alright, so I did not get to work in the garden today as I had hoped. I ended up spending all day in the rabbit barn. I done a lot of cleaning, and I still need to do a little personal cleaning, but I cleaned all the cages. What I wanted to do today was get the two new cages in. Let me show you. Alright, this unit here is a 6-hole 24 by 36. So there's 6 holes, that's 18 by 24. So I have young juniors in there, and so they have plenty of room. But I cannot use those for intermediates or seniors because the holes are just too small for that. They do good for juniors, and that's it. So I really like those for the juniors, especially my show team. It would be great to keep, a trio of broken, a trio of red, a trio of blue, and a trio of red. I think I said red. Anyway, the 4 that I plan to show, blue, red, white, and broken. I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, I like these cages, but the cages are so small that I can only use them for a short period of time, and then I have to cycle the rabbits out and bring in younger ones. And so I'm debating, I do not have room in my bunny port for the silver fox. So if I converted these, just like I did the one I'm getting ready to show you now. Alright, this is the cage that I had resurfaced. It was exactly like the one I just showed you. It was divided in half, and there were 6 holes instead of 3. Well, I had the dividers taken out. I had new urine guards put in. The fronts were taken off because the fronts had 2 doors in them, and the doors were too small for nest boxes. So I had new fronts put in with bigger doors, and now the doors are big enough for nest boxes to go in. And these are big enough for brood does and their litter. Now these litter, this is Faith right here, and she has a litter of, what does she have, 7 or 8? She's got quite a few on her. And these guys are like 7 or 8 weeks old, so they're really too old to be with her. I need to get them moved out. These guys should have been weaned at about 6 weeks before they got this big, which I hope to do sometime this week. But it won't be today, and most likely not tomorrow. But anyway, if I convert those other 2 cages into these, then I would have room for my silver fox to come in the bunny port too. So I'm undecided whether to convert them or just leave the silver fox out in the air coops. So anyway, this is the unit that I had rebuilt. And then let's, all the way down here on the end is the brand new one. And so I brought in, who'd I move in today? I brought in Renegade and her babies. So they're in the bunny port now. And then over here is Red Star and her babies. See, now she's got 8 babies with her too. But see, nowhere near as crowded when those youngsters are young. Now these guys are not quite 3 weeks old, but they kept popping out of the box, and they would cuddle up with Mom, and they had no desire to be in the box, so there was no reason for it to be there. So I took most of the boxes out today. So let's do a real quick tour. Let's start up here at the beginning. We've already showed you Faith and her litter. She's got black, blue, broken black, and broken blue. And then down below her, and they're black. And they have a black door, so they're going to be hard to see, especially late in the day. but she has 8 youngsters, all black with her. These are Gunner and I believe Dallas. And then in the bottom cage here, we have our first blue Daewoo. Let me open the door so you can see her. This is Blue Eye, and she actually has, she's a good sized brood doe, but so she has one of the bigger cages. She has the 24 by 36, which seems like a waste when she doesn't have a baby, but I don't move the does around a whole lot. I like for them to have a home, and I like for them to stay there. So there's Blue Eye. And then on the other side, this is Blue Moon. She does not have a name tag yet. A bunch of these don't. But Blue Moon is... There she is, all stretched out. They're probably wondering why the fan is off, but I had to turn it off so you could hear me. So there's Blue Moon. And then down below Blue Moon, we have Cass and her litter. Let's see. I think Cass has only 2 of hers. And then, doesn't she have some more of Gunner's? I think Gunner had like 11. So here's a Cass, and then there's a Gunner. And there's another blue in there. And then, yeah, so we got 2 blues and 3 black. And I'm pretty sure the black belonged to Gunner. Hey, sweet babies. They say hello. Yep. I think they like their new home. Well, I guess Cass and her babies have been in here for several weeks now, haven't they? Yeah. Ever since these guys were in the nest box, and they're like 7 weeks old now. They're time to be weaned. Yeah, we'll work on that later this week. Oh. Now down below Cass, we have my favorite blue doe, and this is Liberty. And you know, her babies are just a little over 2 weeks old. She only has the 2. And they were the same thing. You know, they just didn't want to be in the nest box. They wanted to be out. And you know, it's really, really hot. I didn't see the point in forcing them to stay in the box. They're getting along just fine on the wire. And they're happier out. So we're just going to leave them out. Yeah, we got the... Yeah, she had 11 or 12 babies. She's the one that we had difficulty. She lost a lot of blood, and she kept having them on the wire. And we managed to pick up a blue and a broken, and we put it back in the nest box while it was still alive. And they managed to survive, or she threw those out and had 2 more in there. I'm not sure, but I assume these are probably the 2 that I was able to rescue. Isn't that right, Liberty? Huh? Yeah, she's my favorite blue doe. I just love her. And then here we are in the 3rd unit. This is Diamond. And, you know, if one can have 2 favorite rabbits, then this would be my 2nd favorite. Especially Blue Doe. I just love Diamond. She's a sweetheart. She is a registered grand champion. And she's, I believe these are cash babies. And so we got black, blue, broken black, and broken blue. And yes, right now I just started these. I think they play with them more than they eat them. They are alfalfa cubes. I saw like 3 or 4 of my rabbit friends that had these, giving them to their babies, and I thought, well, you know, I was told years ago not to ever give those to babies because it would kill them, and not, you know, I was told that when I was new, and I never really questioned it. I mean, I did back in the day. I thought, well, it's just alfalfa, why would it kill them? But, you know, the person that told me was a experienced breeder, and I was not. So I just took his word for it. But then I seen several breeders that use them, and they weren't having problems. So I started using them, and they really liked them. Again, I think they play with them more than they eat them. And when they toss them up and they land in the water bowls, they make a huge, disastrous mess. But, you know, they like them. Down below Diamond, we have a broken blue doe. This is Nellie. And Nellie's litter, she only has two. She has the white, which I bred her to Columbus because I knew she threw whites and I wanted a white out of her. I got one white, so we're going to hope that it's a doe. And then we have one black, or so it appears to be black currently. I suspect probably around next week we're going to start seeing some tipping come out, and it's either going to be gold tip or silver tip still, as what I expect. If they do not, then that tells me that Columbus carries black somewhere. If that ends up being a black kit, that tells me that Columbus carries black, and his pedigree does not show any black whatsoever. It's a straight white pedigree. So who knows? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I will be highly surprised if we don't start seeing some tipping on that little black one. Down below Nellie, we have a YouTube favorite that has just recently returned. This is Keo, and Keo was bred to Dallas, and we have 8 perfectly marked broken black and broken blue babies. Oh, we had 4 broken blue, 4 broken black. So yeah, there's Keo, and Keo's a sweetie, but she is protective of her babies. And she will hop out of that cage because she's at the bottom. So let's just go ahead and close her back up in there. Alright, to do a complete tour, guys, this is going to take just a little bit of time, especially if you want to get a real good look at them. Here is Garnet, and Garnet is new to me. She came from A-Town Rabbitry. But man, she is a sweetheart. She is actually a Dickerson breeding, came out of Dickerson Rabbitry out of Kansas. And there's her. Are they 2 weeks? Yeah, I think they're 2 weeks. I'll probably be taking their nest box out pretty soon. Got 4 little kits, and they do have their eyes open. Hello, Garnet. All right. Yeah, she'd let you carry her around if you do it. Now down below her, a little more reserved, we have White Doe Willow. She came out of, you know, I'm not sure where the breeder lives, but I picked her up in Mattoon, Illinois. I assume he lives somewhere local in Illinois, but this is Russell, out of Russell's Rabbitry. And she came to me already bred, and she came bred to the white buck that I bought with her, Womble. You'll meet him in a little while. But they only had the 2 kits. Alright, down below Willow, we have Renegade. This is Renegade, and she was bred to a red buck that I do not have. She came to me already bred. His name is Lemon, and she has, what does she have? 8 kits, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm counting 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought she had 8, but I only see 7 unless one's hiding. Maybe we lost one yet when it was young. I don't remember. I don't know. I only see 7. Oh well. So we have 7 reds out of Renegade and Lemon. Alright, and the newest cage that I picked up yesterday, on the top we have, oh, who do we have here? I think Snow. Yeah, this is Snow, and this is where she will be staying. Now, Willow is actually in the wrong cage, but I realized that after I mean, she was already there. I didn't move her today. When I moved in Marshall, I realized these two needs to switch. So when I remove the nest box, I'll put Willow over where Marshall's at, and Marshall will go with Willow. But this is Snow. And Snow is also a Dickerson breeding. I bought her directly from Randy Dickerson, and she has grown a little bit. She is a 6'8" doe. Should be approaching senior before long. And then down in the middle cage we have Marshall. This is a Nerd Herd breeding. She came out of Texas. I picked her up at the last, I want to say, I'm drawing a complete blank. Anyway, she came out of Texas, so that's all that matters. And then down below Marshall, we have Red Star, and Red Star was bred to Rudy, my red buck that came from Ohio. And yeah, these are pretty young, but they kept jumping out. She has 8 here with her, and then she has 3 more that a silver fox is raising. So hopefully, yeah. So far, I think she did kindle 12, and 1 was DOA. And then she had 11 in the nest box. And so far, all 11 of them are still alive and doing well. Good job, Red Star. Oh, by the way, Red Star is a Smith breeding, so she came out of Illinois. And right now, she is a little on the small side. But she's also young. Stay in the cage, little one. And she is not friendly. I mean, she's not mean. She's very skittish. She has not learned to trust me yet. But she doesn't seem to mind me messing with the babies as long as I don't make them squeal. Alright, and then here is the last cage on this side. And this one, I hope to take this one out and take it apart tomorrow. We only have this one litter here. This is Liberty's last litter. So these guys are, they're probably 10, 11, approaching 12 weeks old, I'm sure. There are 7. She had 8. I did lose 1 to bloat a few weeks back. Now I am trying a new experiment, and so I treated all of these with the new thing that I'm doing, and 7 of the 8 survived. So I don't know if it's contributed to my new treatment, but I am going to try it again. Normally, I do not have a great success rate with bloat. So every one of these went off feed, every one of them bloated, every one of them was dehydrated, and I thought I was going to lose the whole litter, but I did treat them, and 7 of the 8 survived. So that's very promising to me, but I don't really want to discuss that treatment in full detail. It is not rabbit approved. It is just something I'm trying. It seems, at one test, seems to work. After I test it further, and I know for sure that it's my treatment that's working, then I may reveal that treatment at a later time. But for now, I'm not going to do that. And then we have Bluegrass. And Bluegrass is an A-Town Rabbitry breeding. Let me look at her card. Topaz. Yeah, Topaz is a Grace Hollow, I believe. And then A-Town Blue Cheese. I think Blue Cheese was the daughter of Banks. Oh yeah, I have it wrote down there, Banks. So Bluegrass does go back to my lines, or at least rabbits that I had. Banks was one of my breedings. Topaz was too. But I think the parents of Topaz was not mine. But anyway, she's got a litter of 6. She's got 3 blue and 3 broken blue, and these guys are 2 or 3 weeks old. And once again, sadly, it does look like they're going to be a small litter again. I really hoped she would produce some kits that would be bigger than her. But so far, these guys don't look like they're going to be very big. Now, they are healthy, they're eating, and they're doing great. They just seem to be on the small side. So we're going to let them grow out a little bit more and see how their growth rates are, see how they turn out. But this is most likely the last litter for Bluegrass. If someone would be interested in Bluegrass, because she is a beautiful doe and she's got beautiful, beautiful color. She has to be bred to a real big buck because she is very small. She is, without being bred or having a litter on her, she is just a little over 8 pounds. So she's very small. But we had hoped to get that coloring onto some bigger babies, and so far that's not working. So she was probably going to leave Grace Hollow in about a month when these babies are weaned. Well, and I just totally lost control of the camera there. And again, we have a large litter here. This is Tawny Town, and you know, Tawny Town is another one of my favorites. I know they can't all be my favorite, right? But, well, they really are. They really are. So Tawny Town has, oh my gosh, does she have 9 on her? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting 8. So yeah, she's got all blue and broken blue, and these guys are about 7 weeks old. So again, hopefully sometime this week I'm going to be weaning these and taking a look at them to look for immediate DQs and getting them moved out. Down below her, now she is a YouTube favorite. This is Waterloo. She is genetically a Charlie blue doe. Now she does not look Charlie. She does look light in pattern, but she is definitely Charlie. We've bred her twice, and she's had large litters both times, and all of them have been broken blue except for the whites. I have bred her to Dallas every time, and I did the second time deliberately. I was surprised the first time to find white, but after I learned that she throws white and Dallas throws white, then I bred her to Dallas again to get a white, because I wanted a white doe out of her. The last time I had 2 white bucks. This time I've got 1 white doe and 1 white buck. And the white buck has already found a home. He has somewhere he's going right after he turns 8 weeks. And then we have Everlong, and she's at the top where it's dark. Everlong, again, is one of my favorites. Now she's standoffish. She's never been real hand-friendly. She's just shy. She's not mean. She's not aggressive. She's just shy. She prefers to stay hidden. Now she'll come up to get treats and eat out of my hand, and then she's done. The babies so far, you know, most of them have all been sweet. Now she only has 2. She has the 2 black, that black one back there, and that black one right there. And then we have a broken blue and a broken black. Both of those belong to Diamond. And belong to Everlong, we have her sister Shawnee. And Shawnee only has 3. She has this one little Charlie, and then she has a broken black, and then she has a black. And Shawnee has been here for a while, not as long as Everlong. Everlong's been here for over 4 years. Well, now Everlong did leave for, just under a year, I guess. Someone else showed her, someone else championed her and registered her. And then when they were done with her, then I bought her back. And then she's been here at Grace Hollow ever since. So Everlong was actually the very first broken blue doe to come out of Grace Hollow that earned her grand championship. Oh, this is Shawnee. I'm talking about the wrong rabbit. Everlong is the one that left for a little while. She was born here, and she left for a little while, and then she came back, and she was the very first to earn her grand championship out of Grace Hollow. This is Shawnee, her sister. And then below Shawnee, we have Washita, and Washita is the daughter to Everlong. And she also has a litter that's roughly 7-8 weeks old. And we've got black, we've got blue, we got broken black, we got broken blue. We've got a litter of 8. Do we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 7. So yeah, Washita's been an excellent mom, and she's been throwing really nice kits. And so this time, one of my favorite rabbits out of her was Wapanaka. I did not like Wapanaka's personality. He was just busy, always busy. And I like a more calm and laid-back rabbit. I did register and grand champion Wapanaka, and then I sold him, and so he's probably the best buck I've ever raised. And so I did that breeding again. This is a Greasy and Washita breeding, and that's a pretty dynamite breeding, so we will most likely stick with that. All right, and then we have Dallas. And Dallas, as you can see, is extremely friendly. And he likes to crawl up on my shoulder. So whenever I'm out here, I got to stand up close to the cage and let him climb out on my shoulder. Otherwise, just like there, I got to be careful and not let him jump out. But this is Dallas. This is one of my breedings. He is out of Dave and Gaylor. And he is the biggest buck in my barn. He's a whopper of a fella, almost 11 pounds. Now down below him, blue in a dark room is not good, but this is Mark, and Mark is a David Mills breeding. I have not shown him. I purchased him, and I just use him as a stud, but I have registered him, so he's a real nice buck. I have to be careful who I breed him to, because he does apparently carry white, or at least stills, because if I breed him to the wrong doe, I get stills, and we don't want that. So, but he's got nice body type and beautiful blue color, and I love his head, who you really can't see right now because it's kind of dark. Alright, and then down below we have Cash, and Cash is one of my breedings. He is a Ink and Alley baby. So he is half brother to Shawnee and Everlong, and half uncle to Washita. He is a registered grand champion, and he has been with Grace Hollow for quite a while. I guess going pretty close to 4 years now, I guess. Let's see if I have his birthday on his card. Yeah, okay, not 4. He's April 2016. So yeah, a little over 3 years. And on this buck pen, we have Frats. Frats does not have a name tag yet. I need to get one printed out. He is my only broken red. I do not remember. I think he is a Rumsbun breeding. And I did not get him from Rums directly. I got him from a different Rabbitry in Missouri. But I do, if he is not a Rums breeding, he is out of Rums bloodline. And he's the only broken red I have. Well, I have a Charlie red, but he's the only broken red buck that I have. And then down below Frats, we have Greasy. And you know, Greasy's just always got bad hair. He just always has bad hair. But he is a beautiful buck, and he, even though he was slow to grow, either that or we have error in the birth date. I'm not sure which. I kind of suspect there was an error in the birth date because he was almost 1.5 years when he reached maturity. And I don't think that was quite true. But anyway, fur is not his strong point. Maybe in prime, I don't know. I've never seen him in prime. He's always had bad hair, just bad hair. But now he throws beautiful fur, and he throws beautiful bodies, and he is a beautiful buck. He just, you know, just one of those nasty little bucks. And down below him is my first white buck. This is Columbus. He is registered, and I believe he has earned his legs for Grand Championship. I have not mailed them off yet, though. I'm not even sure I've printed them yet. And I can't swear 100% sure he has all 3, but I believe he does. He is a Basco Borden breeding out of Tennessee. Okay, and then in these, there's 12 cages there, 3 are empty. We just have some juniors. Most of them don't even have names yet. But let's see if I can remember. Up on top, we have a black doe out of DeQueen. Down in the middle, we have a broken black doe that was given to me around Mother's Day. Her name is Harris. Down below, we have, if I'm not mistaken, this is the black buck out of Everlong. And then over here, we have black doe out of Everlong, broken doe out of Everlong, and then we have a red doe out of Frats. Her name is April, I think. No, this is Valentina. Next to her is her sister, which is a Charlie Red. Her name is Candy. Down below her we have April. This is out of Renegade and Frats. So yeah, can't hardly see her, but she's in there behind all that wire. And then right here we have a blue buck. Oh, I can't even remember who he's out of right now, but he is tattooed, so I need to get him a name tag. And that is not a complete tour of the Grace Hollow. That is just a complete tour of the bunny port. We have currently 12 units, which is 36 cages in the new bunny port. Now, I am not quite done yet. Hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, next weekend, this cage is going to be replaced. with another one just like that, and it'll go there, and we will bring the three reds, Candy, Valentina, and April, will go in the new cages. They are big enough that they're going to need a bigger cage, and won't be much longer I'm going to start breeding them. They are right at 6 months old, or well, they'll be 6 months next month, and so probably I know Valentina is going to make weight. April, I'm not sure. I may have to wait an extra month for her. But anyway, the Charlie doe is, no doubt she'll make weight by then. And so that big unit, this is a bass unit, and I'm not getting rid of the cages. I'm just taking this unit out. I'm tearing it apart. I'm going to reuse the legs for the cages here that don't have legs yet. And then I have another purpose for those 3 cages. Those are 30 by 36 cages. And I have a plan for those. Next project. And then also we're going to get one more buck cage, and that will go there where I have this step stool currently. So that's it for the Bunnyport tour. Alright, so since this video was so long, we're going to make today's random fact short and sweet. So here is something that a lot of people probably don't know and maybe pay attention to, maybe not, but I have huge feet, big feet. For a woman, I wear a size 12 shoe. Size 12. A lot of times women's shoes do not come in size 12. So sometimes I have to get men's shoes, and that is an equivalent to a man's size 10. So yeah, today's random fact is PJ has big feet. Thanks for watching, and until we speak again, God bless.